Hi guys, I'm Jenna. I'm an eyeshadow addict. I love eyeshadow so much I've created an entire YouTube channel dedicated to it. So today I'm going to show you basically real-time blending. I'm going to be using Sydney Grace, which I'm not going to lie, she's super easy blendable and I just love her shadow, but I figured it'd be a good way to start out. If you guys like this, please give it a like and then I'll know to do more videos like this, and maybe I'll try a eyeshadow brand that might be a little bit more difficult to blend. We'll try that out. But we'll see how it goes. Let's get started. All right, so the first thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go in with my brush, and just to make sure that I don't have any product, I just use like an old towel that maybe you're thinking about throwing away. I do like the white ones because then you can really tell when all the product is off of the brush. And I'm going in with a fluffier brush today. I'm gonna be using the Be Mine palette from Sydney Grace. And I'm just gonna start in with this light color. I'm just gonna build it up. Tap it off because it is, and then before I go in, I'm just going to tap out any creases. And then I'm just going to go in and start right up under my brow bone in the crease. And I really put a lot on the brush because the color is so light that I knew it would be okay to put a lot on. And then this has become very handy, especially over the past year or so. That way I can just kind of slightly pull my lid and then make sure I'm really getting in all the spaces, because if I just leave it, it piles up and you have your crease, and then I just want to make sure when I close my eye I'm moving around during the day, that it's all evenly distributed. Just gonna take my time. I'm gonna keep going in until it gets to the opaqueness that I want. And then just take it out to basically where my eyebrow ends here. Sydney Grace shadows are really great for older, mature skin. They just blend so beautifully. If I was going in with another formula, like let's say Melt Cosmetics, theirs are more pigmented, and I would have to go in and take a little bit more time with my blending. Maybe I'll do that for another video where I show you how I really have to go in and blend with super pigmented. I mean, Sydney Grace is pigmented, but they're super easily blendable. Where Melt, they're very pigmented and they might take a little bit more blending to get them out. I'm so sorry I can't talk, and I can multitask but not talking at the same time. Okay. I hope this is coming across. I hope my lighting is okay, because okay, I'm going to tap into this one. I'm basically just using this row today. I do also have a video up showing you which brushes I use and how I use them. I will try to remember to link it below if you would like to watch it. I forgot to mention, if you don't have one of these, you can also just use a cotton ball, or you can even just use your finger, but when I do that, I tend to mess my makeup up, my foundation. I'm just one of those people that like to have my foundation on before I start my eyeshadow. I don't know why. And then just like slightly tuck it, move it up, move it down, just wherever you need it. And then I just like to make sure that it's all blended evenly, especially like right in here where my crease is. And just can move it up. Don't be afraid to move your lid to where you need it to get a good blend. Oh, it's such a pretty color. I think I'm going to bring it in just a little bit more. Oh, I love this color. I just want to keep adding it more and more. And I'm just kind of stamping it right now. All right. And then I'm not sure why, but for some reason, this eye right here lately it's not been wanting to blend in there or pick pigment up very well. And then this is where it gets a little tricky because this side is hooded. It's a little bit more lazy, so I have to try to even it out. This is probably what takes me the most time doing my eyeshadow. But again, I just kind of go to the symbol. This is like right at my eyebrow bone, so that looks about right. Now I'm just going to go in and blend, make sure it's at the same amount on each side. And then I also try to make sure that the sides, I'm just going to use my finger just to kind of push it up a little bit. And I do have to say that I'm going to do my best to show you guys exactly how I blend, but sitting here with this mirror can be a little bit difficult. Usually I will go finish my blending in front of another mirror that I stand in front of and I can get like super close to. So if you need to get close to a mirror, try that. I mean, that does help. Okay, I think that's good. I'm going to go back in with my original fluffy brush, tapping it with a little bit more product, and then I'm just going to go. Cindy Grace is one of those brands that just blends seamlessly together. I love Cindy Grace. They have the monthly bundles. I mean, that is such a good way, like if you don't have like a whole lot of extra cash, but you just want a little something, a little treat. They're usually between $20 and $30. And again, I've said this in previous videos, but I'm assuming that like the shipping is the same for everybody. And it's like $4 for flat rate shipping. Like, just can't beat it. That's in the US. I'm sure if you have to, you know, go throughout the other, if it's sent to another country, that's where it gets tricky, doesn't it? Why can't they just make life so much easier on us? We just want to play with makeup. Not too much to ask. All right, I am fine with the blending right now. I'm going to go in. Okay, now I'm just going to go in with the tiny, this is a Dose of Colors little brush, fluffy brush. I'm going to go in with this one. I just like to start at the bottom. I just bring it to where this second shadow ended. And then I'm going to slightly pull it. And I'm just taking it along basically where the shadow has ended, and I'm just flicking it in. Okay. And you can see I got it a little too dark right here. So I'm going to go back in with the fluffy brush and then just right there. It's kind of like an eraser, if you will. Just erasing a little bit of that pigment where I got a little too carried away. And again, I'm just tapping. Okay, and then I'm going to go in with the second brush, and I don't want it to come in this way too far. I want it to sweep it out, so I'm just going to kind of sweep it over that darker shadow a little bit. And then the same thing on this side. I think the hardest part with blending is having the time to do it. Like, today's Saturday, so I have extra time, but during the weekday, it's like I need to get going, I need to get out the door, so I sometimes don't have as much time to blend. And you know what? That's okay. It's okay, because I seriously doubt if you're gonna come across anybody during the day that's gonna be looking at your eyeshadow thinking, should have blended that corner a little bit more. Trust me, they're not. If anything, they're probably thinking, wow, her shadow, wow, she's looking good. She's got some eyeshadow going on. Look at her. And of course, again, you don't have to do it this smoky. You can leave this darker out and just leave it how it was before, or, I mean, that's what I love about makeup. You just make it your own. Okay, that's looking a little bit even so far. Trying to use the camera and this little mirror. When I get up, I will check a little bit more, and if I have to blend anymore, I will come back on camera and do it. Okay, and then again with this one, I'm not taking any extra product. Just smoothing it over. Okay, and then right here, okay, so right here, you can kind of see where the dark is curving up a little bit. I want to blend that out a little bit because you can see on this side it's very seamless. So I'm going to go back in with my fluffy brush. No extra product. If I need some, I'll pick some back up, but I like to start with no product to see, again, just like erasing it. And let's get in there. Okay, and I have tapped in with a little bit more of that first light pink color. Yep, see? And I'm not taking it down here. I'm just keeping it right on the edge. So if I take it down any farther, then it's really going to lighten it up too much, and then I'll have to basically start back over. All right, this side is looking a little higher, so I'm just gonna try using my finger a little bit and try to get it a bit more cohesive. Okay, looking pretty good. Just want to blend it out just a tiny bit more right here. Again, I'm only doing this because I have the extra time today, and I really do want to show you guys how I do it. But if I had to get out the door, I would leave it. I think it would be good enough. All right, I feel like I've lost a little bit of color from the blending, so this is that second brush again. I'm very happy with that. Okay. These colors are so pretty. Kind of reminds me, Sydney Grace has, I've been eyeing it so long, the Raspberry Kiss palette. Every time I see somebody do a look with that palette, it's so pretty. All right. Now this is your choice. You can go with your finger or you can go in with a brush. Normally I just use my finger. There are certain shadows that I find do work better with a brush. And I'm going to take this kind of out here because it is darker, kind of to the middle and out. And I'm also doing it at an angle. I'm starting down here, and then as I go up, if you can tell, it's kind of going to an angle. This again is your own preference. Then I'm gonna use a clean finger because I got it over a little too far than I wanted it. Just gotta use your real tools sometimes to get in there. Oh, I'm really loving this. All right, I'm gonna get my pinky in there to this beautiful color. I'm gonna take this all the way from in here to the inner corner. And I like to bring mine down just a little bit. And that's another thing, if you're older like I am, and you want to bring shadows, shimmers down, don't be afraid. Do what you want. We're at that age, we shouldn't care. You know, I don't put makeup on to impress anybody. My husband likes it, so I appreciate that, but besides that, I'm just doing this because I want to have fun. Don't let anything stop you. You know, if you're home one day, you're not going anywhere, you want to play with some makeup, but you're kind of afraid of like the shimmer, experiment at home. Just wear it around the house, and sometimes you gotta do things quite a few times before you get used to seeing yourself like that. I think that's part of the problem. We just kind of get used to doing stuff a certain way, and then when we start doing it more, I mean, I understand if you work in a place where you cannot do this, but you know, for fun, weekends, going out somewhere, give it a try. You only live once, right? It's just makeup. Like, if I didn't like this, I would just get a makeup wipe it off, and start over. It's not a big deal, you know, especially if you're not going anywhere. But oh my God, I love this. Oh, Sydney Grace. All right. Now, I don't want to go too dark, but I do want a little definition. So I'm going to go with this brown. Basically like a liner. And I will do eyeliner on camera today so you guys can. And then I do like to go, this kind of helps to lift my eye a little bit. I'm just going to go like right where the color is, and then I'm going to like push it in. So it's not getting carried away or anything, but it's enough where it kind of gives me a little bit of a lift right there. I just love makeup. I love playing around with makeup. It's like so relaxing. And if you have a creative side, it's such a great way to be expressive. All right. I'm gonna put some right at the corner. And then I think I'm just gonna take the top shimmers and put it along the bottom. I like to go in with like a small pointed brush. I think this is the one I normally use. And I'm gonna start with the lightest color first. And when I go on the bottom, I do like to spray the brush because I don't want any extra stuff getting into my eyes. And I'm just bringing it about to halfway because I'm gonna bring that other color in a minute to meet it. A person that I love to watch Like if you really want to watch basically hardly unedited videos, you really want to watch people do eyeshadow, really want to watch them blend, Katie Marie here on YouTube. She's super busy, but you know, she does try to squeeze her makeup in, and she doesn't have time to edit, so she basically does just like this, where she goes in, does her eyeshadow, and it's unedited, and she has some beautiful, beautiful eye looks. Okay. Oh, I really like the way that's turning out. Got that. I think we are just about done, guys. I think I'm gonna go in just a little bit. The small blending brush, I'm gonna go back in with this first color. And I'm just gonna kind of do around these edges right here, just to soften it up a little bit on both sides. I'm pretty happy with that. I'm gonna go check in my other mirror if I have to do any more blending. I'm gonna come back, and I will also, after I put mascara on, I will come back and do eyeliner in that, okay? So I'll be right back. Okay, I didn't have to do any more blending. I just went in and fixed my mascara marks, because I have hooded eyes and it gets everywhere. It's a mess. I have that linked in my playlist for tips and tricks if you guys would like to watch those videos. I'm just gonna finish up here. I'm gonna add some eyeliner. I'm gonna go in with this pink for the bottom line. Pretty. This is the first time I'm using this one. I just did a eyeliner haul from Moya Cosmetics. How easy to do over here. I like that. Really brightens it up. And then to finish it off, I like to go in with Persona because it stays in there. Okay, I'm sorry, I forgot to put my microphone back on. I am just gonna go in, and then I don't really like to try to mess my eyeshadow up too much, but I do have to lift, and I'm just gonna go in. Up under there. Just like that. All this is optional. I'm just showing you guys how I do it, and I hope you guys, oh, let me show you the finished look. Alright guys, I hope you guys found this helpful. If you did, please give it a like. That way I know that you guys did like it, and I can continue to make videos like this that are helpful. And if you guys have any suggestions for me to do for videos or questions, please leave them in the comments. So I hope you guys enjoyed this, and if you did, you know what to do. Like, subscribe, and I'll see you next time.